Welcome to the dungeon, Marine. Alright. Gonna turn up some settings and then we're gonna go. Timing starts when I gain control of my character, so don't start it yet. Of course, the difficulty is Nightmare because we are men, and well, we might regret this later because the start of the game is pretty rough.
They are rage, brutal, without mercy.
Yeah, I'm Dracu, this is Doom, and we're gonna die a bunch.
Rip and tear.
Enjoy the ride.
Done.
Alright, so the timing starts pretty much when I pick up the pistol here, so you can start it a bit early if you want. Doesn't really matter. Just a few seconds. First off, I have to kill these zombies, all possessed. And then I keep shooting so I can press this button earlier. Normally you're going to inspect your weapon, which takes some time. I don't want to do that.
We have to contain this.
And pretty much right away it's time for the best piece of dialogue in the whole game. It is Samuel Hayden. And I think he wants to resolve something. Also, if somebody caught the reference that I did when I started the run, you're a good guy.
Cannot determine the cause of the demonic invasion until the Resop satellite is brought back online.
Welcome. I'm Dr. Samuel Hayden. I'm the head of this facility. I think we can work together and resolve this problem in a way that benefits us both.
There we go. The run is pretty much done. We heard the piece of dialogue that we want to hear, so please stop the timer. Let's go home. Now let's continue. So the first 4 stages of this run, they're pretty rough because you die in pretty much 1 or 2 hits. After that it starts getting a bit easier because you have weapons. That's another thing. You don't have ammo for anything, you don't have any weapons. So it's kind of rough. I have to pay a bit of attention. So Doom is quite combat oriented, and Nightmare especially is quite challenging. I have to pay attention to the enemies, and those are some freaky ass spawns. Jesus Christ. Boom. 3 imps in one go. Cool. It's really nice.
Demonic presence at unsafe levels.
And a lot of these fights, I know where the initial enemies are going to spawn, but after that, I'm just guessing.
Demonic presence eliminated. Lockdown.
And I have to kind of rely on where the enemies are running. Even though the difficulty is on Nightmare, and the enemies are a bit more aggressive than they would be on I'm Too Young to Die, for example, they'll still be kind of running away and kiting you around, which can be annoying and a waste of time. And surprises can happen.
Full responsibility for the horrible events of the last 24 hours, but you must understand. Our interest in their world was purely for the betterment of mankind. Everything has clearly gotten out of hand now, yes. But it was worth the risk, I assure you.
Jump to the right here. So I don't have to suffer through the landing animation. And then some more fighting in this RNG arena. And those possessed soldiers, they're extremely dangerous because if they do their charged attack, that will one-shot you early on. The real time waster here are the imps, because especially if they're running around somewhere up high, you can't even get to them. Ow. But we made it. And then we're gonna skip the rest of the stage because it's quite boring. And we want to go fast. So this game, it was doomed from the start because god damn, there's a lot of out-of-bounds stuff in this game. And this is just the start of it. Let's get out of here. So I'm just gonna skip the last fight that takes place over there, and it's gonna go out of bounds and get the exit trigger. And that's the first stage. GG.
Hello, I am Vega, the sentient
Hey,
intelligence assigned to
Vega.
Mars. After running diagnostics on the Praetor suit, it appears that I can activate optional challenges that, when completed, will assist in upgrading your arsenal at an accelerated pace. I have added a tracking component to your dossier.
But there's actually a skip to just go out of bounds here and skip the Olivia dialogue, but I'm not gonna do it because I'm boring. Let's do a few glory kills, why not? Ideally you don't want to do glory kills because, you know, there's slow animations. And the only... oh crap, don't want to go there. The only real benefit in Nightmare early on is getting ammo from glory kills. You don't really get much health. And I should probably go over the differences between easier difficulties and Nightmare in this game. So, the most important one is the damage you take from enemies. God. Don't want to get hit by those imps. Actually, I'm gonna explain it after this because I'm gonna be going out of bounds here, and it's really dangerous on Nightmare because I need to get it pretty fast or I will die. So I'm gonna climb up here, got it first try, that's good. Getting on that little pipe is pretty hard sometimes. Yeah, we made it. So, on Nightmare, enemies hit harder, they're more aggressive, you get less health and armor from pickups, you get less drops from enemies, if you glory kill them. What else? Is there something else? I don't know. Take more self damage.
This high-tech mining and research facility is pushing the boundaries of the imagination.
So I'm just gonna ignore every enemy in this area. I don't have to fight them. I'm gonna grab this Berserk so I can run faster. And just keep ignoring everything. We got some cool climbing music. Because this is Mirror's Edge.
I'm blocking your access to the facility scanner. Come to the Vega terminal, and I'll give you what you need.
I'm gonna wait a bit here before I press this button. Just so this airlock doesn't behave like a dick. You don't want to see how dicks behave. And also, I sometimes wait a bit, or wait a bit at a distance before I go to a door like this, for example. Because sometimes they don't want to open.
It's a gift. Take it. It will give you strength, help you on your journey, if you can withstand the power surge.
So, a big part of this run is optimizing your ammo, and the way we do it is, we get these upgrades, you have the choice to choose between health, armor, and ammo. And we choose ammo pretty much always. On Nightmare Run, I also pick up a few extras, and I get some health, just for safety.
I will unlock the remaining Argent cells within the facility for you. Vega, give him what he wants.
But I'll talk a bit more about the ammo optimization after this. Also, that's a nice number. Eat.
According to the records, Dr. Hayden, the invasion originated in the Lazarus facility. It seems that a hell wave was activated, transforming 64% of all UAC employees into the creatures you see roaming throughout the facility. The rest were killed by the demons released from their holding cells by Olivia Pierce.
I feel I should apologize for what's happened here.
Unfortunately, there is no way to skip this in RTA runs.
Olivia was the cause of all this, and I believe you will have to deal with her in time. You may not agree with our research, but know this. We exploited Hell and its resources because it was in mankind's best interest to do so. What you now see in this facility is the cost of progress. But none of that matters now.
There is an emergency in the foundry. The regulators have been destroyed and the core temperatures are now destabilizing.
They've overrun the adjacent facility. If the venting turbines aren't re-engaged, neither of us will survive the meltdown.
Alright, so the thing about those ammo upgrades is that when you get one, it refills all of your ammo, including the chainsaw and the BFG. So that is really useful in certain situations. So the routing works in a way where you get the most benefit out of getting the ammo charge, meaning that I can use BFG at certain points in time without having to worry. Also, when you get an ammo upgrade, it increases your chainsaw charges, and you need a certain amount of charges in order to kill bigger enemies, like a Baron of Hell, for example, requires 5 charges.
After running more
So that's also
diagnostics on the active Praetor
thing.
suit, it appears that I can accelerate the upgrading of your arsenal by measuring your combat effectiveness. I have added a tracker to your helmet's display.
The facility will not allow you access to the turbine room unless the demonic threat level is brought down inside the foundry. Our security systems cannot be overridden.
Right, so this stage, I hate this stage. This is the worst stage early on. Well, actually this and the next one are pretty tough. But there's one fight in particular on the stage that I absolutely hate, and I usually die on it. It's really luck dependent. Kind of depends on where the enemies are going.
Gas leak detected.
So I just don't want to get hit much at all, because I'd like to have as much health as possible for actually tough situations.
Gas leak stopped. Demonic threat reduced by 25%.
Okay. So this is the fight that I hate, so I'm gonna have to focus a bit. My health is good, so that's okay. Sometimes I'm even weaker here. Alright, we made it. Surprisingly. Yeah, that fight is annoying because you don't have any room to move, and there are so many imps and soldiers. I'm gonna get the rocket launcher here. Whew. And then we're gonna get a health upgrade. Hopefully not die here. That's basically going to be the mantra for the first stages. Hopefully we don't die. Also, barrels are your worst enemy. So I'm gonna upgrade my health here. Oh.
The Blind Council is always watching.
Pick up the plasma. So during the last fight of the stage, I'll explain a bit of the combat.
temperature rising.
I'm gonna try an animation skip here, and I got it. So if I look down while I'm using the chainsaw, there's a chance that I'll skip the glory kill animation of it, and that obviously saves time. Same here. I'll be basically trying it every time I use the chainsaw. Okay. So, time for the last fight. So the combat in this game, it's quite versatile in the way that you can, you know, you have a lot of different weapons that you can use. You have hit scan weapons and you have projectile weapons, and you can switch between them really rapidly, and that is actually a mechanic that we abuse. I don't actually know if if it is considered abuse, because I think it's an intended mechanic. But basically, the weapons, even though you don't have to manually reload, there will still be a reloading period. So basically you have to wait a certain time between shots, and you can work around that by switching from weapon to weapon extremely fast. So if I was to use the super shotgun, it's pretty much the best example. If I was to use the super shotgun, which I don't have yet, there's a considerable time that I have to wait between firing another time. If I first fire a shot, and then I have to wait for the other shot. And in that time, I could switch to another weapon, like the rocket launcher, for example, fire one shot of that, and then switch back to the super shotgun and immediately fire again. So I can just ignore the reloading period.
Is now stabilized.
And you'll see me just switching between weapons a bunch. Yeah, this stage went really well.
Authorization. Olivia Pierce. Alpha 4.
It probably didn't make much of any sense, since I was kind of in the middle of a fight. And also in combat, I use certain weapons in certain situations, and I kind of move in a certain way, because enemy spawns are based on your location. So I move in a certain way, so the enemies spawn in certain places, so I kind of know where everything is, and then I just have to be aware of my surroundings, so I kind of know where they're moving and what's going on. And
You could not have saved her.
Different weapons for different situations. If an enemy is up close to me, I don't want to use a rocket launcher, because I'll die of the self-damage instantly, because nightmare. Also, during this run, I won't be going for any of the armor upgrades. That is mainly because the game really likes to crash if I try to upgrade. So I just don't.
The system won't allow anyone but Olivia to...
Alright. Last of the hard stages, then it starts getting easier. And there is actually a major skip on this stage that I will not be doing, but it is basically just going out of bounds at the start of the stage, skipping the whole stage, by doing micro missile jumps, which is a mod for your heavy assault rifle, which is this weapon. But I won't be doing it because this current route doesn't really allow for it, because I take too much self-damage and I would die instantly if I tried it. So I'm just gonna have to kill everything instead. The Doom guy way. And that's another thing. There are certain... Each weapon has 2 weapon mods, and I will be taking certain ones. Also, I touched that rune, so I complete a challenge and get a free weapon upgrade point. And weapon mods are basically just alternative fire modes. I don't have to kill these imps. Just need to wait for the big guy to come down here. Okay, thank you. And now we hope that this big Hell Knight gets mysteriously killed. And we have to solve the mystery of who killed him. Was it the Imp Butler? Or the Cacodemon Landskeeper? Let's see if he gets poisoned. Or if he died of natural causes. And he's alive. So I'm just gonna have to kill him myself. Case solved. I want to clear out these imps. Don't want them to cause trouble in my neighborhood. Okay, these are bad spawns. I was in a bad position, so the enemies spawned back here. That's not good, because now I have to run a bit more back to my destination. Also, this guy is being a pain in the ass. But better safe than sorry. This place is filled with explosive barrels, and I don't really feel like dying to those.
We're only temporarily disabling the tower. You need to remove each lens individually. Carefully release the hinges.
Warning. Energy contamination detected.
Destroying the production of Argent energy isn't necessary.
So I'm basically going around killing everything
Demonic
and destroying these
detected.
filters. Doing a bunch of fighting. This fight is annoying because this arena is... The layout is pretty horrible for trying to go fast, since the enemies just run around and don't give a shit about you. Which is funny, considering they should give a shit about you. Also, there's a shield guy that I absolutely hate. These guys are your worst enemy. They do so much damage and it's annoying to try and kill them. There's an enemy somewhere, but let's hope that it doesn't kill me. So the weapon mod, for example, for the rocket launcher that I'm using is a lock-on. And that basically, it takes a while to lock onto a target, and then it'll fire, I think it's 3 rockets at the target. And in a bit I'm gonna upgrade it, and it's really useful. And for the shotgun I'm using the explosive shot, which is just an under-barrel grenade or something that explodes on contact.
Usable without the filters.
Warning.
Let's
Energy
refill on ammo.
contamination detected.
Then we upgrade the rocket launcher. Now it locks onto enemies faster, so we don't really have to worry about the summoner. Then I hope for good spawns, and I got them. Now, okay, that's a good spawn. Nice, best spawns. Okay. Oh, it spawned an extra imp. I don't know why that happens. Sometimes it spawns an extra enemy, sometimes it ignores a spawn. It's kind of weird. I haven't fully figured out why that happens. But now I have the haste. It's another power-up, so this increases my movement speed. Also... Oh shit, there's a barrel right next to me. I'm afraid of barrels. It increases my movement speed and my firing rate. Oh, hi! Hey! Inspector Imp. Back on the case.
We spent decades perfecting the science.
Alright.
Selling it to humans.
Almost done with this stage. Went pretty well.
Our science making it usable and safe. We solved an energy crisis.
Also, I can use... I have 3 different types of equipment. Well, at this point, I only have one, which is the grenade, and I'll be using that a bit. So, kill the Hell Knight, and the summoner spawns. You want to kill her as fast as possible, and that's that. Let's get out of here.
If stopping our energy production is what you want, then you need only to destroy this last filter, and Argent energy will no longer exist in this solar system. We will be back at square one.
So now we pissed off Hayden. Rip our relationship. But thankfully,
What you have just done.
Akko. Also,
Olivia is still alive.
dope fish.
I've detected her life signature
And-
at the Argent Tower. She has removed one
Dope
of the
fish.
accumulators from the tower base. It has a unique energy signature that we can track.
Well, that's it then. There's nothing else to be done.
Alright, so we made it through the first 4 stages. Pretty well. Didn't die. That's always a bonus. And now the run kind of starts getting a bit easier. Like, I don't have to watch my back constantly.
Primary access points to the
Also, we'll be
tower
doing
were
more
destroyed
skips.
in the explosion. The pipeline is damaged but still intact. There are thrust boots in the maintenance hangar. You can use them.
Demonic presence at front safe level. Lockdown confirmed.
Oh. That Revenant really likes to float through the platform. I don't know why it keeps happening, but I guess he's just trying to show off that he can speed one as well.
Demonic presence eliminated. Lockdown is closed.
Alright. We got some new high heel shoes. Now I can double jump. And I'm gonna get some extra health here. And we just make our way across this bridge. One annoying thing about this run is that sometimes Doomguy is feeling a bit lazy and he really doesn't want to grab ledges, so that is a thing of concern. Ow, nice shot. Shots fired by imps. And especially on this stage, there's a lot of platforming and climbing, and I have to trust that Doomguy feels like actually grabbing the ledge.
Use it to open a portal manually into hell.
While the Argent Tower is
Also,
not
you go, Olivia.
connection to their
It's a nice
dimension
catwalk.
is still viable. We are at great risk, Dr. Hayden.
So here, I'm gonna finally get the super shotgun. It's kind of useful, and I want to have it. The more, the merrier.
And welcome to the UAC, home of the Argent Energy Filtration.
Don't have to kill any of these. Whoa! Surprise zombie. And coming up is the banana skip. I'm basically going to be skipping this first fight that happens at the base of this tower. Which you're supposed to do, but... banana skip. It's kind of sad that we skip this. This is where you get introduced to the monkey boss. Hi, fatty.
Presence at unsafe levels. Lockdown in effect.
That's how I look every morning. So, some light platforming and... we skip the fight. And now we should be getting some extreme climbing music. In just a moment. There we go.
If she ruptures that accumulator near the Argent Tower, she can open a portal to their world that we will never be able to close.
Alright.
Presence at unsafe
And then we will do a bit of fighting over here. And hopefully I don't die. You know what? I'm going for safety. I feel like it. Okay, bring it, boys. Bunch up.
demonic presence eliminated. Lockdown disengaged.
The road to hell is paved. by
Here,
Argent
I get more ammo. This is mainly so I will have enough ammunition or enough charges in my chainsaw so I can kill a Baron of Hell. Also, it refills my ammo, which is good. Then this section is a bit risky. A couple of things that could go wrong. One is that I failed this jump. Yay, we didn't. Doom guy was cooperating. Then let's see what kind of a cycle I get. Depending on the cycle that I get from this thing that's rising up and down, I'm gonna go for different strats, and I got a good cycle, so I'm gonna go for the faster one, which is also a bit riskier. If I'm slow, I'll just fall through this platform. Okay. That basically skips me opening a door, which doubles as a trigger for enemies to spawn, and for this platform up here to spawn that I'm supposed to shoot down. But because I skipped the door, the platform isn't here.
Welcome to the UAC, opening the gates of hell with a key feature.
Alright, so this is the last fight. I'm gonna kill a few enemies here. Grab some ammo if I need it, and then I'm gonna head down and get the gauze early. I don't need to kill anything. But I will. Okay, grab that.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Get the ammo, because why not? I've got time. I'll also be going for the mega health. Okay.
Category 4, dimensional event in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Easy every time. And now we just wait for the stage to end. And that's that. Okay, so this stage is wonderful. We skip it. So the gauze is the main method of going fast in this game. It is basically the gauze from Half-Life plus a rocket launcher. And you don't take self-damage. So it's just wonderful all around. And it's also really powerful after we get the siege upgrade. So I'm gonna be grabbing the checkpoint here in case I get fucked. Which is completely possible. Okay. Get up here. And we did it. So I'm just walking on invisible clips. This is basically Dishonored. And we're getting out of here. And that's the stage. Bye, hell. No wonder the forces of hell are invading. If this is how Doom Guy goes through hell. Just ignores everything. Gets out as quickly as possible.
The Argent Tower is destroyed.
And more
The portal
skipping.
can no longer be closed from this
Jump
side.
on this edge,
The hell
jump
energy
up,
flows
that's
from
that.
a location in their world we call the Well. But you've returned. The only
Then we jump over this big gap.
walk between dimensions.
All the way down to that rune.
So there may be a way. Traeger is trying to access Olivia's files. If you can get to the nearest, we will provide you with information. That's all for now.
I'm gonna refill my ammo here. And then I'll be going for a fight skip. If I... Ow. Whoa. Whoa, hey, whoa. If I fail this skip, I might try it again. But I didn't. So basically, there's a trigger there, and I jump over it or something. I still don't fully know how that works, because the trigger is in an odd place. And how it works is odd as well. It's basically once you hit the trigger, there's like a few seconds
I am the head of this corporation.
until the door closes. Wait, it's actually when the enemies who spawn from the trigger aggro, then the door closes. So I basically go out of the aggro radius. That's how it was. And why not? Let's chainsaw this guy.
UAC tramline ready for departure. Please be seated. The tram is now ready to depart. research complex.
It's time we meet in person. My office is on the second floor of this facility.
Alright. So there is actually a way to get out of bounds at the start of this stage and skip a whole cutscene with Hayden, but it isn't really viable for RTA runs because it is frame rate dependent. Again, we are Dishonored, so it is not used. And I'm gonna get more health here again. And then we'll do one big fight, which might go bad, depending on stuff, which I'll explain in a bit. Oh, wrong weapon. Okay, so this fight that is coming up
We are not advancing enough applicants and our
is annoying because, again, the layout is rough. Enemies just jump around, do stupid things, and I want to kill a bunch of enemies after I kill this gore nest. And I want to make sure that I kill the summoner as soon as it spawns. Also, somebody's killing a cat. The sounds of it. I'm gonna grab this berserk and I'm gonna start making my way up here. And along the way, I hope that enemies will come by so I can kill them, just like this. And keep going up, keep going up. That's a really good spawn for the Hell Knight. Perfect. And now the summoner should spawn, and it did. Okay, so I want to kill her as soon as possible, because if you lose track of her, this fight is going to go messy. Like, right away. And then, nice. Revenant right where I want it to be. Kill a few of these guys. And the fight is almost done. Having fun? I am. This game is fantastic. Okay, that's the fight. That was a really, really good fight. Now it's time to meet Hayden, and he's going to force us to upgrade to Windows 10. What a dick.
It is a prototype of our interdimensional tether. A means for me to pull you back from hell. I'm sorry for the jolt, but I didn't think you'd allow its installation voluntarily. I'm Dr. Samuel Hayden. I have supplies in my office. This way, please.
So I don't really trust this guy. He's taking my weapon away right here, so I'm gonna get it back by grabbing a ledge.
Save your ammunition.
Ha! Silly Hayden. This marathon is called Shots Fired, not Shots Saved. Alright. This is the official coffee break of the run, so
Take whatever supplies you
yeah.
need.
I'm gonna do exactly that, and I'm gonna get comfy in this chair and get some coffee, so I'll be right back. Enjoy him. He's a joy. He tells jokes. I'll be right back.
The destruction of the Argent Tower is devastating, but I am committed to helping you close the portal. All of our work and understanding of their world is derived from the inscriptions on a large stone artifact we pulled from Hell in the earliest days of the program. We call it the Helix Stone. It is our most closely guarded asset. Olivia was obsessed with it. From it, we learned how to manipulate Hell's energy.
So, did you get to know each other?
To our will. Take advantage of their resources.
I'm sure he's a fun guy to hang around with.
Led us to you. The Helix Stone showed us how to harness the power of the well. I believe it will show you how to shut it down. For years, Olivia has kept the Helix in her private office in the Lazarus Labs. which is only accessible through a secure elevator from the Advanced Research Complex across the chasm. Your affinity for guns is apparent. I'm confident you'll find something useful there.
Alright,
as well.
so Hayden points us to the elevator, but
The service elevator is at the end of the hall.
I'm not a fan of those, so let's just get out of bounds. This is what's known as the big fucking skip, and there is a reason for it. Also, that's Hayden's office, and he's watching us do it. Hi, Hayden. Bye, Hayden. Just imagine being Hayden and watching Doom Guy jump across some weird gaps and on rooftops. There he goes, killing again. So, that was the big fucking skip. This is the BFG. GG. So now we have the BFG. Yay. I want to kill those guys so the other enemies spawn faster. Then I'm gonna drop down here, do that, get this BFG ammo. This fight is a bit annoying, can be, so I'm just gonna not save my BFG ammo at all. Oh god, this is a really bad spot. Okay. Good fight, but I'll be a bit slow because I'm gonna get these 2 BFG charges. And then we'll do some butchering.
Lazarus service elevator not forwarded. Demonic presence at unsafe levels. Lockdown.
Didn't get the animation skip. That's what I was hoping for. That's that.
Demonic presence.
Huge guts.
Lockdown. Disengaged.
You'll find the Helix Stone in Olivia's private archival lab deep within this facility. Few have ever seen the stone. But if you came to us for a reason, you might be able to see something in it we haven't.
Alright, so this stage is pretty much just a bunch of fight skips. I'll take the Siphon Grenade because it's actually useful. This difficulty, it gives me health from enemies. And that's always good, and I'm stuck. Okay, this is a bit dangerous. Good, the Pinky didn't spawn. Okay, let's do a fight skip. This is just me jumping backwards, being fast enough before the door shuts or closes. And now we're gonna get the best weapon upgrade in the game, which is the Siege for Gauss.
She proved to be weaker than I thought she
And I'm gonna upgrade it instantly. Grab those. Now it's fully upgraded, and this is the best thing ever. Also gonna grab some ammo here. Plasma and Gauss, they share the same ammo pool. Also, if you time your jumps right after you do a Gauss boost jump, you can actually keep your momentum and even gain more. Kill these enemies. And I failed the skip. Rip. I don't know why I've started failing that skip, but it sucks. It used to be the easiest thing ever. Now I've started doubting myself. Okay, really good hops. Got it. So I basically just grab the top of that door that is opening and get out. Also, here's the big dime skip. There's a button underneath there, and it's active, even though the panel isn't open yet, and I can just get out of here. Dime finds the best skips. Also, there's a really important strat coming up. Right here. After I do these jumps and press that button. Table strats. You can jump across. Oh my god. Also found by Dime. Gonna get ammo here because I'm all out of BFG charges, and this will instantly refill that. And now I can use one BFG charge during this next fight. Good jump. And we can't do this fight without getting our sidekick. This is mandatory. If you don't get this guy, your run is invalid. And you will be banned from the Doom 4 speedrunning community forever. Not really, but just keep that in mind.
You're going to have to remove it. Once you've extracted the accumulator, it will become unstable. The ruptured casing should cause a rift strong enough to send you back to their world. We can determine your point of entry using the tether system I uploaded to your suit. Retrieving the crucible is critical.
So this fight is all about controlling the enemies. Basically meaning that I want to kill the imps as soon as they spawn, and also at the start of this fight I want to be standing down here because then it'll start spawning the enemies down here as well. And this fight can get out of hand pretty quickly, and I don't want that to happen. There's some leeway here just because I have one BFG charge that I can use, but still, the more enemies I kill, the less enemies, well, the quicker the next spawns happen. Oh, I gave him double jump. That's another cool thing. Really low on health. Okay, time to use the BFG. This fight is going bad. like really bad.
Demonic presence eliminated.
Bad fight.
Meltdown disengaged.
And I'm low on health. Thankfully there's some armor here. Alright. Coming up is a big skip. This skips the last fight and goes straight to Cyber Demon. Oh shit, did I spoil it? The first boss is the Cyber Demon. RIP. You'll never guess what the last boss is. It's a pain elemental. I'm actually gonna refill my health. Then again, why am I doing that? There's no reason. I'm not gonna be fighting anything. I'm just gonna be doing a skip, and the skip doesn't hurt me.
We make our contribution to their cause.
Well,
Our salvation lies with them.
I pulled you from that tomb in the Cadinger Sanctum for this reason.
so we get out of bounds here, we jump across, and this is the skip.
And I released you from your prison to help mitigate those risks. I knew that in the event of a catastrophe, you'd be the only thing that could stop them. You will need to rip out the Argent accumulator powering the Cyber Demon. Destabilizing the core will cause a rift that will send you back to hell. Once the Crucible is in your possession, we will pull you out.
Also, the graphics tend to glitch out in this elevator. Nothing to worry about. It happens. Okay. Ammo, armor, and then it's time for the good old boss fight. And I'm actually gonna load the checkpoint, because this will skip a part of the cutscene. And I'll do this in every boss fight. So, the Cyber Demon is an easy boss, and I actually glitched its animation. So that's cool and funny. Haha. He can be a complete dick in the second phase. He just goes full-on Clint Eastwood on your ass and cheats. Also, can I have ammo? Thank you. So yeah, this fight is basically just using siege mode. And nothing else. That's that. That's first phase. Then the second phase, which is the tough one, so to say. It really isn't, it's just random things can happen. Basically what he can do is he'll start charging his laser beam, and you can stagger him out of that attack, but there's a chance that he just bugs out and he does it anyways. And if that happens... Oh, he still has health. He'll just skip the animation and you don't have any warning that he's about to do it. Okay, so I'm staggering him from phase to phase, and then I'm using the BFG. When he's stunned from the BFG, he takes extra damage, and that's the fight. RIP Cybe. Okay, more hell stages. So, these stages got absolutely destroyed at some point. At first, there were no skips for these, and you had to do fights and all kinds of stuff, but now it's a completely different story. Also, I just did a trick shot. Hope you appreciate that. Wasn't a 360 though. I'm a bad person. Then, kill these enemies. Chainsaw this Pinky. So I get ammunition. Then we go on a journey. the land of Out of Bounds. And we squeeze through there, and that's the stage. And this stage isn't that different, except for the fact that we don't skip straight to the end of it, because there's a boss fight at the end. And this boss fight is really annoying on Nightmare, because there's one certain attack that I really fucking hate. And it's also hard to dodge, but I'm gonna do safe strats. Also, I get the last ammo upgrade here. So now my BFG charges are at full again. Get out of bounds here. Do a bit of jumping. So basically, I'm going straight down to our good old friend, the Icon of Sin. There he is. Oh, I got the secret. Easter egg. And a secret. Alright, time for the second boss fight. So on the first phase, at the end of it, there's a certain attack that might happen. And it kills me really easily, also it's hard to dodge. So I'll be doing a safe strat. Normally you'd use a BFG shot right here at the start of this fight. Also I'm gonna upgrade my rocket launcher to stagger him and do more damage to him and force him to a different phase of this fight. But I'm gonna save that charge just in case if he does that certain attack. Wow, took no damage. That's the attack that I want to see him do, because it'll stun him, and that's a really good first phase. Meaning that he didn't do that stupid attack. Also, he didn't do another slow attack that I can't do anything on. Okay, and now it's time for the second phase, which includes 2 of them, and I'll basically be firing a BFG charge, and I hope to line them up. Nice. So now I can do a bunch of damage. Good fight. Then I look for a certain spot, which is here, so I know which side the crucible will spawn on. And those green guys you saw there, they are the Shots Fired Marathon admins. Better play nice. They look tough. Okay, we've got 2 more stages to go. This run is going pretty well so far. Some fighting left, some skips left, and then that's it. Again, on the next panel I'm gonna wait a bit before pressing it, just so this airlock doesn't bug out. They really like to do that. Like that chainsaw fuel.
I will not survive the procedure and am unable to self-terminate, so I will walk you through the process. All military and civilian facilities have been secured. Begin by finding the key. Security systems operate on 2 separate neural networks that terminate in this maintenance facility. Each termination point is protected by an electrified field.
Primary security network.
Gonna play it safe, gonna take this invulnerability. The enemies actually spawned up there, so I'm gonna shoot a BFG charge. Hopefully most of them died. Okay.
My vital operating systems are now vulnerable. I recommend installing the computer system first. This will accelerate the destabilization process.
Again, I took the Berserk in order to run faster. It kind of bites me in the ass in here, actually, because I need to wait for it to end so I can use the gauze on these guys. Maybe I shouldn't actually go for it. I don't know. Okay. Then there's a really, really tough fight at the end of this stage, but we skip it.
Access granted.
But first, I'm gonna chainsaw this Revenant right in the groin. Grundle. Then I'm gonna take it careful. I don't want to fall down here. You're supposed to ride a train, but I don't have a ticket or any pocket change, so I'm gonna have to walk. And that's the room where the big fight happens. It is a gorgeous fight. It is really, really tough. But what can you do? I don't have time. I'm in a hurry. And that's that.
I am losing memory capabilities. Control of
And I'm looking to the left here, kind of just bouncing around. It's because I'm hugging the left wall, which is basically a ramp, and it'll give me a height boost so I can get over these lamps easier.
Through to hell. We have your destination set to the well's location. Now use the crucible to power it down. And the portal here on Mars will be closed permanently. They will not allow access to the well without a fight. But I'm sure that's
Out of ammo, so I can't do more jumps. Rip Vega. We're killing him. And on to the last stage. So this stage is one fight, one skip, and a boss fight. That's that. The scariest part is the skip. But this fight it's actually quite precise as well. Basically, I'm killing a few enemies, then the fight starts, a summoner spawns, I want to kill the summoner as soon as it spawns, and then I kill the Hell Knights that have spawned, and as many of the imps as possible. Then the next phase of the fight starts. 2 Pinkies and 3 Revenants spawn in. After I kill those, another summoner will spawn in. I want to kill it as fast as possible, and then I clear out the remaining enemies. One of which is a spawning Monkey boss, and I hope to spawn it in a certain spot. Here's the summoner, kill it, good. Kill the Hell Knights. Okay, miss everything. When the music changes, I know that the next phase starts, okay? Both of Pinkies are here, that's good. 2 Pinkies out of 2. Then, 1 Revenant, 2 to go. Both are up here, good. 1 fell down. Boom, a summoner spawns in up here. It's gonna fly in a different place now because I came from a different angle, but I'll still kill it. And I think the Monkey boss will spawn on the middle. And then I just clear out the rest of the enemies. There might be one imp. The annoying thing about this fight is that... No, got it. The annoying thing about this fight is that the music doesn't stop instantly after you've killed everything. There's a small part in the music that indicates when you've done the fight. And now I'm just refilling on ammo. I want to get full gauze ammo, which I now have. And on to the final skip. So there's actually a bunch of stuff that you're supposed to do in this stage before you can get to the final boss. You're supposed to go in 3 different areas and do a bunch of big fights. But we're gonna skip all of that, and instead we're just gonna go down here and jump down here, and that's the skip. This skip is actually really hard to execute properly. So, hey, we got it on the first try. Another checkpoint skip. And the final boss, which is the Pain Elemental. Oh wait, no. That doesn't look right. So again, this is the same stuff. Stun it with the BFG, do some gauze. Now, we get ammo. Okay, solid fight. And even got the fast walk. That's really good. And time is coming up when I execute the glory kill. So as soon as her face starts flashing, I'm gonna do the glory kill, and that's time. And time. Alright, so that was Doom. Doom 2016, any percent nightmare. Hope you enjoyed the run, and thank you for having me. It was a wonderful marathon, I had a lot of fun. This run went pretty well. Quite happy with it. So, GG's.
You've won. It's over. You stopped the invasion and closed the portal. But it's come at a price. Argent, Vega, this entire operation. You see, I've watched your work, come to understand your motivation. You think the only way is to kill them all, leave nothing behind. And you may be right. But we can't just shut it all down. Without Argent energy, it will be worse. I don't expect you to agree. But with this, we can continue our work. I am not the villain in this story. I do what I do because there is no choice.
Rerouting tether coordinates complete.
Our time is up. I can't kill you, but I won't have you standing in our way.